Akriel is an intelligent educational program for algebra that helps students learn and teachers teach more efficiently. Let's see what Akriel is capable of and how it could help you. You'll see the topics of algebra listed one after another, and you may practice any one of them. All you have to do is click. Topics start with a brief summary of the theory behind them, explained with colorful pictograms. Right below that, you'll find the exercises grouped by difficulty: easy, intermediate, and hard. Take a look at another topic, and you'll find that it has a very similar structure. If you click an exercise category, you get an exercise right at the top of the page. You have to solve this by entering the solution here into the input field. Click the green Validate button to get instant feedback whether your solution was correct or not. You can use the input keyboard to enter your solution. Besides numbers, variables, and operands, you can also enter parentheses, fractions, powers, and radicals too. This way, you can enter any algebraic formula just the way you would write them down in a math exercise book. Returning to the exercise, if you enter the correct solution and click the check button, you earn a star. If you feel that this might be too easy for you, go ahead and skip to the next exercise category. If you make a mistake, Akriel will warn you with a red X mark. If you find and correct the error, your solution will be accepted. This way you can earn all the stars for each exercise category as they get increasingly difficult. So what happens if you think your solution is final, but it really isn't? For example, in this exercise, you only factor out the variable, but not the number. In a case like this, Akriel will warn you with a green arrow that you haven't made a mistake, but you still have to keep working. If you factor out once more and it still isn't the greatest common divisor, you'll get the green arrow again. If you eventually find the correct solution, you will earn your well-deserved star. This is how Akriel guides you towards the correct solution. If you feel that you need to practice an exercise category a little more, ask for the next exercise and you'll get one similar to the previous problem. Solve it correctly to earn another star. You can earn up to 3 stars for each exercise category. After that, you earn a medal. You can practice as long as you like, since Akriel generates these exercises with an algorithm. The type stays the same, but the figures, variables, and signs do change though. This way you can practice each type without limitations. Akriel never runs out of exercises. But what if you can't solve an exercise? Don't hesitate to click the purple See the Solution button to get instant help. Akriel shows you all the steps to get to the final, correct solution. If you're confident about solving this exercise category and you feel you understand it, click this button to get a new exercise. Don't worry if you can't solve that one either though at first. Just click the purple button to see the solution. If you don't understand the solution and you'd like to know what's happening exactly in a certain step, click on that step for a more detailed explanation. Akriel will show you a pictograph of the specific operation, creating a connection between theory and practice. The colors of the algebraic expressions are synced to the colors of the pictogram, so you can easily match the symbols and the related parts of the expression. This will help you understand why this is the way to perform this transformation. If you click another step, Akriel will highlight the expressions it's going to perform an operation on. Below them, it shows the operations one by one. If you click these, Akriel reveals further interim steps. And if you click those, you can get to the pictogram level of the explanation here as well. You may also click the other operations to get their pictograms. Akriel has an interactive multi-level explanation system to help you clarify everything you haven't been sure about. And if you feel that now you do understand it, get a new exercise. Solve this to get your well-deserved star. Now, understanding is crucial, but you also have to practice each exercise category to get lasting knowledge. We recommend that you get new exercises until you earn all 3 stars. After that, you may proceed to the next exercise category to earn more stars, and from there on to the next one, and so on. Let us show you a few exercises from other topics. This equation has this solution, and you may click on any step here as well. The main feature of akriel's interactive multi-level explanation system is that you decide if you need further explanation or not. It does not bore you with what you understand already, but it does explain what you don't, and it explains it in depth, letting you analyze and understand each step of the solution at your own pace. Alright, let's see an exercise with an algebraic fraction. This is a more complex one and therefore has a longer derivation. Akriel can show you the step-by-step explanation all the way to the solution. You may click any step, of course. Here you see that during collecting like terms, we perform 3 interim operations marked by different types of underlining. Below, you see them one by one. Clicking further reveals the pictographic level. One of the best features of akriel is that it not only shows you the steps of the solution, but by using multi-level explanations, it is capable of breaking down the operations to interim steps and operations until it gets to a level of basic transformation so simple it may be explained using pictograms. The mathematical engine of akriel contains over 200 pictograms that explain the theoretical foundations of algebra. Think of them as colorful Lego bricks. Any algebraic exercise can be built from those few hundred types of building blocks. It's easy to understand one Lego brick since the essence of the transformations are expressed with colored shapes. Once you understand individual pieces of the solution, you will be able to understand the whole. If you feel that seeing the solution of just one exercise is simply not enough for a full understanding, and you'd like to see a few more examples, we've got you covered. Let's see that exercise with the special product again. Since we generate the exercises with an algorithm, and we also generate the solution of the generated exercises using an algorithm, we have an infinite number of examples for each exercise category. You'll see that the logic for the solution stays the same, but the numbers and the variables are different. You can even study hundreds of exercises of the previous equations if you feel like. Akriel never runs out of them. This also applies to all of the algebraic fraction exercises topics, and to all exercise categories of all topics of akriel. You can see any number of derivations, and you can break down any step of these to any level. You won't be left without an explanation. After analyzing so many derivations, you'll have an understanding so deep that you can easily solve the next exercises by yourself. In addition, during your independent solution, akriel can help you along the way. In multi-step exercises, it not only gives feedback on your final solution, but it evaluates each of your steps. It will tell if you're on the right track. Start entering your steps into the input field, and akriel will show you the green arrow if you're correct. Akriel evaluates your step instantly, letting you know if you are making a mistake. Therefore, you can fix it and continue corrected. This is very effective because you won't waste time by carrying on the mistake for another 10 or so steps only to find out that your solution is incorrect. Akriel stores your interim steps so you can always see the previous one. In addition, you don't have to write down the whole expression again. You can change just the part you're performing the transformation on, so you can proceed faster. So one of akriel's virtues is constant feedback. Choose any way to solve the exercise. Akriel is going to take your hand and guide you through the problem, step by step, all the way to the correct solution. The solutions you enter don't vanish. They are stored in your digital math exercise book, and you may review your successful derivations for each topic at any time. If you complete an exercise category, the next one will always be a little harder. But if you solve them in a consecutive order, you'll be guided from the easiest to the hardest exercises in small increments so that you'll feel secure every step of the way. Earn all the available stars, and Akriel rewards you with a grand cup. If you understand the topic thoroughly and you only want to practice or refresh your memory, then earning 1 star from each exercise category gets you a cup. After this, complete the other topics and earn all the cups. Akriel is not just an educational program, but it's also an online mathematical game to make a monotonous, repetitive task enjoyable. The reward system gives you positive feedback as you proceed through the topics. Akriel is fun to complete alone, but it's not the only way to. The whole class can play, even during a math lesson with your teacher guiding you. Let's see how. Akriel can be used in the computer room of your school on desktop or laptop computers, but you can also use it on smartphones or tablets. If you're a few devices short, you can use them in pairs. Is there no Wi-Fi or is the internet slow? Get a 4G mobile router and use it in any classroom. Your teacher can create an online study group for you. Just join it, and you're all set to start the chosen topic. Since the exercises are all generated with algorithms, students sitting next to each other will always get different exercises. As you earn your stars, the green bar next to your name gets longer and longer. This summary chart makes it easy to track everyone's progress in the topic. Your performance during class becomes visible and measurable in real time because the program ranks you based on it. The progress chart is highly motivating. For best results, use a projector. If you understand the topic, you'll proceed quickly, and you can even compete with each other. If you get stuck, your teacher will see on the chart that you have a problem and can provide help. By clicking on your name, the teacher will see the exercises you have solved recently and also those you couldn't. Clicking on your solution will reveal all your attempts to solve the exercise. It means that the teacher can check your exercise book anytime, see what you're struggling with specifically, and can help you. Teachers may control and coordinate the progress of the whole class simultaneously by helping those who need it and rewarding the best, let's say with an A. The class proceeds through the curriculum more quickly and more effectively in a study group. Students can solve way more exercises, taking less time to practice a topic. This leaves the teacher more time to teach creatively. Akriel can make the dull part of algebraic classes playful and more enjoyable. But don't worry if you can't finish the topic before the end of class. You can solve the rest as homework. The study group is online, so students can stay connected to one another through the internet and see each other's progress on their screens even when physically apart. The game can still be on after school. And since there is no time limit when you're at home, you can still get your cups too. You can also use Akriel with the others after school and motivate each other. Whoever gets the cup first can help the others. The teacher will see the progress even from home, so there's no need to spend time checking the homework during class. Never again will you find yourself not being able to do your homework. You'll be able to instantly see if your solutions are wrong, and akriel can help you understand why. Plus, you can always get new exercises until you can solve them all correctly. Akriel covers the algebra branch of mathematics. This is 1/3 of the whole curriculum. We started with algebra because the other branches of mathematics all rely on algebraic tools, equations, equation systems, to solve problems. We're planning to cover all branches of mathematics in the future, but we need to focus on algebra first. The topics of algebra form a pyramid of knowledge. To understand higher math, you have to understand and practice fundamental math topics first. Many students struggle with new concepts because they have lost track of fundamental topics taught years earlier and thus have nothing to build upon. Most teachers, however, don't have time to deal with each student who falls back because they need to show progress in the curriculum. Akriel is a great tool for remedial programs since it contains the curriculum from previous grades. By practicing and repeating these exercises, students can understand operations that they've been struggling with for years. The students can practice, earn the cups, and they can see in a separate cup summary page who earned how many cups, represented by the length of golden bars. Teachers can motivate students with extra A's to earn even more cups. Akriel can be used for extra credit homework or to help students catch up even if the program is not used in school. Even in this case, creating study groups is important to allow students to see each other's progress and to inspire the akriel team spirit. For more efficiency, teachers should coordinate the group's progress by choosing the topics, by rewarding hard work, and by discussing the topics that prove to be difficult. Whether you use akriel in the class or only at home, if the teacher introduces it to the class, even the less motivated, previously left behind students may catch up, enjoy the akriel experience, and fully participate. It's a lot easier to teach new topics to a class where there is no deficit of knowledge from earlier grades. You can build on strong foundations, and this will be reflected in the students' final exams. Talking about tests, the akriel online test feature is being developed and will be available soon. Using this test building feature, teachers can choose the types of exercises to be included in a given test with just a few clicks. Because akriel generates exercises with its algorithm, even students who sit next to each other will get tests with different exercises. After the test, the teacher gets everyone's results with a single click, and there's no need to spend hours on evaluating them one by one at home. Akriel has been used so far by more than 10,000 students and teachers in several hundred study groups. We're constantly receiving reassuring feedback from students, teachers, and parents. Here are a few of them. And now, let's see how much akriel actually costs. Individual subscriptions cost $79.99 USD for a year. Groups above 10 users are eligible for a group subscription discount. If parents decide to get a group subscription, the price drops by 50% to $39.99 USD per user per year. You may use akriel for a whole year, that is 365 days, for the price of a single private math lesson. And you don't just get the curriculum of your grade, but you get full access to all topics of all grades. This way, you can catch up on topics from earlier years or work ahead. Schools wishing to subscribe all students can contact us at info@akriel.io for school-wide subscriptions with a further 50% off. That's only $19.99 USD per student per year. The school subscription applies to all students for the duration of the contract. Therefore, at the beginning of the new school year, incoming students will still have access to the program. There are over 100 topics of algebra in akriel so far, and we're constantly adding new ones. We're planning to provide full coverage of 12 grades of algebra with more than 200 topics. Our development roadmap can be viewed by clicking this button. Now be our guest to create a free Akriel account on our website and experience everything you've heard here for yourself. All grades have a few free topics to complete. These are marked in green. You also get a teaser of the subscription-only topics. Check out the topics, try solving a few exercises, use the multi-level explanation system, and enjoy the Akriel experience. By clicking the info icon, you can watch detailed info videos on how to use the input keyboard effectively and how to create or lead a study group. If you can, try the study group experience with your class. If you enjoy it, please join Akriel now. You'll find info videos on how to subscribe either individually or in groups. Akriel is basically easy to use, but it is worth watching the info videos to use the program effectively. Videos about new features are regularly uploaded. If you have any questions, write us by clicking the help link at the bottom of the page. We'll do our best to get back to you within a day. More than 10,000 students already use Akriel with individual or group subscriptions. More and more schools subscribe all of their students. Come and join the revolution of learning math. Akriel, Mathematical Enlightenment. www.akriel.io